last time, our funky little guys.
Our funky little
guys.
guys.
We are nothing but funky. We are nothing if not funky little guys.
None of you are little, though, except Lemmy.
It's true.
Participated in a parade.
In our honor.
You guys talked, and then there was a parade. There was a plant parade. Just to the other side of town, where you guys were sent off. If I remember correctly, Earl made a promise to make sure that the miners would not interfere with the Unav civilization, and you guys made your way up to the surface, and that's where we find ourselves.
We're gonna like block off the entrance, right? Because like if the worst happens and the Empire comes snooping, I don't want them getting roped into any of this.
Yeah, the imps would probably wipe them.
I mean, like, they're new species, you know, all that. I just don't want them getting into more shit than they deserve.
Well, the Imperial law, which is old Republic law, actually, states has a whole lot of first contact rules that start with reporting your findings. And I don't remember anything down those holes, do you?
It was empty.
I don't remember a single goddamn thing.
There was nothing down there.
And those holes belong to that nothing, so it's kind of part of their system, so I'd rather, if we're gonna start sealing tunnels, I'd rather it be a plan C.
Which is?
Yes. Dathomir?
Dathomir! Dathomir is forbidden to you!
Dathomir is forbidden to you. Jedi.
The fuck's a Dathomir?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I thought we talked about Dathomir and like the witches and stuff.
It's where they grow the prettiest swamp ladies.
That's where they grow them.
Hey, can you prove that they
too.
don't come out of the ground?
Yes. They have husband slaves.
I mean, does Nyx know that? I don't think so.
No, I don't know. Nyx doesn't know that. Ben knows that though.
All we have in canon is that the one male was like, oh yeah, she came and took him as her mate, which could just be a kinky sex thing and not about reproduction.
Listen, I think it's funny.
And it's more than likely a kinky sex thing, knowing the Dathomirian witches.
Listen, I just think it's hilarious. I need the record to reflect that I think it's fucking right rough fucked. That they're just like, yeah, we have a fucking Hunger Games style death tournament to decide who gets to fuck us. You know?
And it's worth it. No, okay.
I mean...
Anyway, we're getting wildly sidetracked.
There was no canon talk about Dathomirians. We just... Sorry.
Yeah,
so he said plan C.
Again?
No, I just mean it should be like after the other things. If not saying anything doesn't work, and if asking real nice for nobody to snitch to the Empire doesn't work, then we can blow up tunnels. Sorry, I was being coy.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, no one here likes the Empire, and they're not gonna snitch without...
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be... He sighs. Complicated, because if we're gonna leave out details, we have to figure out something to tell them, because we were attacked and someone died, so...
26 people died, including those that were like...
Well, that we can blame on the entity that we buried in the dark depths. We can at least share about that, but don't have to give details.
Are you sure that's not going to give them cause to like go investigate that themselves?
You got a better story?
I mean, I was just going to say like a freak accident or something.
But then, how we convince them that the Unav are not actually aggressive and won't come back up to attack us?
They don't need to know they exist.
Except about four got in our train and killed somebody.
I mean, like, we tell the people around that they're fine and we took care of the actual problem. Yeah, I'm just saying, in terms of the Empire, we lie like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm talking about the locals, because that's our problem. There'll be no transmissions to the Empire without me giving the go-ahead. So we gotta worry about what to tell the locals.
I mean, they trust you, and
Well,
I mean,
in terms of the locals, perhaps I was going to suggest. I mean, if they do trust Rail's word alone, that's probably the best idea. If not,
Earl.
we could.
My name is Earl.
Don't dead name this man.
It's a lot to get used to.
we're not in mixed company, but like, better safe than sorry, and just get used to it.
Well, my word's strong.
If that doesn't work, we could bring up a peaceful Unov.
There's such a language barrier. And, like, I don't want to freak them out with the whole pulley system, and, like...
I think we can... I think it's safe to assume that Earl here has a good understanding of how things work around here. Can probably...
I do.
Cover their bases.
Born and raised here, and, like, both... I mean, like, I'm not, like, the sheriff around here, but, like, I'm not disrespected around here. I'm not Chop Minock or nothing.
The livers exist.
I mean, yeah, but, like, I don't know if... Because, like, they change phrases all the time, so...
I like chopped Minock, though. That's pretty good.
And I do...
They don't really chop livers anymore. They more julienne them.
Shut up.
And I do understand how things work around here, which is why I'm looking for input, because this community's tight-knit, and bottom line is they're about to bury, about 21, 22 people, and they're going to want answers, and we got to have something ready that isn't going to make them come marching down here to burn our friends, because I made a promise.
I'm thinking we just tell them that there was something that was manipulating them, but we went down and we took care of it. It will no longer be a problem. We saw the thing fucking explode, so... And, like, it's not gonna necessarily make the grieving process any easier, but...
Yeah. I just got a bad feeling about it.
I mean, with so many people gone and the means of production going down dramatically for a small planet like this, Empire's gonna come knocking anyway, so, we're kind of fucked one way or another.
We'll make our quotas. This is the biggest loss we've ever had, but everything was running pretty smoothly and what's the word I'm looking for? Efficiently before. We just have to rework the schedule just a little, and maybe a few more can put out for some new hands. Lots of people around this galaxy looking for a place like this to disappear to.
It's true. I'm worried about giving a centimeter, taking a kilometer, so,
That's right. No Imperial system exists in Star Wars. Only metric.
Units of 10. How do you...
Star Wars is the perfect timeline where the Imperial system never happened. Love it.
Ironically.
But what about the Republic system?
They're gone.
I mean, we're gonna go just call, like, a town meeting or something?
Something like that.
We did leave Broswick to deal with the dead bodies, so we should probably go check on him.
Yeah. That's where we're on our way.
It's been a second.
You guys get there. With no muss or fuss. There's no Gundarks. Yet.
Motherfucker Gundarks.
Motherfucker Gundarks, yes. No, I think she likes you. Anyway. And when you get to the forward base, Broswick has like two other workers that he must have summoned them, and it's been plenty long enough. And it's been
at least a couple of days.
Who saved Luke Skywalker from those Tusken Raiders? It's been
Shut the fuck up. Go to jail.
Who plays Nix in Star Wars: The First Resistance?
It's been.
It's been.
It's been. Great, now there's going to be a Star Wars character named It's Been.
It's been 1 week.
Thank you for the great idea.
It's been 1 week. That's his name. It's been 1 week. 1 week. And there's like, it's WEA''K. It's been 1 week.
I hate this and you. Please continue.
They've body bagged up everybody. Because it was like, if I remember correctly, didn't I tell you 19 or 20 people
You
that were
said
missing?
like 25.
Yeah, 25. Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. But of the bodies, 25 people went missing. Of the bodies, only about 20 are accounted for. And they've, at this point, hauled them all onto a cargo container to put into the train. And the two individuals, a burly, dark-skinned man and probably a woman, also rather strong-looking, but shorter. But their backs are to you, and Broswick approaches you. His little legs hurry over to you, and he looks up at Earl and says, "Sorry, I have to get the accent again." Well, there we go. You're not just gonna run past me this time. You're gonna tell me what's going on. Yeah, I am, because it's thankfully all over now. And you can see like Broswick's posture easily visibly relaxes, and his ears like were up and now they flop down to horizontal. Well, that's good. But what the bloody hell was all that? And he looks around even though there is nobody. But lowers his voice. He's, hollow skulled bodies messing with the dead at night, and then you running off gallivanting.
Nobody says gallivanting anymore.
Was it those plant?
No. What was controlling the unfortunate, our former co-workers? They were controlling them as well. So everyone was suffering under this thing, but
Controlling?
we blew it up. Manipulating.
His eyes narrow, and he like, you can see his jaw clench and then unclench, and he huffs. Well, I don't have a better explanation for the hollow skulls, but so they were like minions
Of not of their own free will.
But more
How
or
do you
less,
know?
yeah. Well, on account of their skulls being hollowed out.
He tilts his head side to side, and his ears flop when he does that. That's fair, I guess. It's dank ferric. It's wilder than I've ever heard anything.
Strange things can happen in this galaxy.
And yet not the strangest thing that has happened in this galaxy.
What is the strangest thing that's happened in this galaxy?
Do you really want the answer to that question?
You're right. What matters is we get these folks back to their loved ones, and then do something proper for them, I guess. Closed casket, of course.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, that's
Ash, you would know that it hasn't passed enough generations for this to be like steeped in tradition and the emotions that come with that, but just long enough that like you can't remember when this started, but everyone knows the reason. That like the normal protocol when like someone dies is, can't go out into the storm. There's not a lot of physical land to, I had an idea for this that I wrote down, and now I've just had another one that I don't know if I like better. Welcome to being a dungeon master.
I would imagine, I don't know, my first thought was like air burial.
Sky burials.
Yeah, I was gonna say they space them because there's just physically not a lot of room. But then I remembered their houses are drilled into mountains. Why not drill nice little catacombs?
You brick them. That's what you do. You make them into a brick.
No, we're not stealing that. We're not hitting cops with a brick. Later. Maybe that can happen later.
There's plenty of time to hit cops with bricks. There's always time to hit cops with bricks.
There's always time. Listen, there's always times to hit cops with grandma.
It's my favorite pastime.
Consider, we hit cops with nicks.
Now you're fucking cooking with gas.
We hit cops with glowy sticks.
Now we're reading articles from the same bloody newspaper.
All right, Nix, time to use your head.
I don't want to use my head.
Hitting cops.
It's what the clone's helmet's for.
Hitting cops with
Headbutts.
dicks.
Hitting cops with glowing sticks.
Anyway,
Actually, I'll poll my players, especially Brooke. What do you like better? Nice hollowed out catacombs in the mountain somewhere, or that they get spaced?
Compromise idea. They make grave markers into the side, but to conserve on space, they do the space burials.
That's a good idea. I like that. So there's a little like cubby that they put their like prized possessions in or something to remember them by, and then it gets like sealed up and like marked. You could see like the outline of where the hole was and their names marked like gravestones. And this is like high up in the mountain, so like you guys do have speeders. That's how you learn to fly, Asha. And so there's like a Precession where the speeders are like, there's like a platform attached to two speeders, and it's raised up so that another hole can be added to the mountain. But yeah, that's what you know, Asha. That the bodies get physically spaced and become part of the asteroid field, the debris field that orbits and maybe gets slung down into the storm, maybe not, depending upon the trajectory. So they become part of the whole planet, technically. Just lots on a molecular level.
fair enough.
But that's what you know. So I gotta prepare a lot of holes and a lot of chutes for these. Did they already have one for? Just
Josh.
note it down. Josh. Yep.
Josh.
I'm making sure that that's what happened. Joshua. Yeah. Did they already have one for Joshua? And Roswick just nods twice. I didn't get to attend because I was guarding here. But yeah. Well, I guess we got a lot more ahead of us. So I guess it's safe to come back to work. And Earl looks back, then to Broswick and nods. Yeah, I think so. Is there anything we want to stick around here for, folks?
Raestra shakes her head.
If we're not needed for anything else.
Probably not.
Then we can get on this.
Oh, I quite miss the sun.
Oh, we don't get the sun here. You should know
That's
that.
the point. All right. Yeah.
When the sun peaks.
The sky, I should say. Sorry, there are multiple suns.
Yeah.
This is Star Wars.
Well, no, there's no, because of how thick the storm is. No sunlight gets down here.
I've never truly had a day filled with sunshine, so
Yeah, this
just
planet's when
kinda
pigs
the
fly
norm.
is when the sun peaks through the storm.
When the sun shines.
When the sun shines.
When the sun peaks through the storm. I like that. It's a lot more poetic. I'm writing canon here.
Yeah, but that's a lot
You
of.
can't.
Yeah,
That's really wordy.
It's really wordy.
But it's poetic. And it flows.
Not off the tongue.
Not off the tongue for your saying.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
When the sun peaks through the storm, I think it's
We can
good.
argue semantics later. Let's
Let's
Tell that
just
to
talk.
talk.
Lucasfilm.
head on. Let's go find a ship.
I mean,
We
there's.
gotta get it.
If it means anything, I like it.
I don't.
Thank you, Silver. You
I don't-
win. You win
I
the
missed
game.
it. What did you say,
You get an
Silver?
inspiration
He
point,
says it,
Silver.
he said he likes it.
I won't give him an inspiration just for sucking up.
It sets a bad precedent.
You gave Ben an inspiration for saying that Star Wars theory sucks. So I don't know. Your standards are all over the
Yeah.
place.
No, because that's great.
Star Wars theory
I-
does suck.
I would rather Star Wars theory be put down than myself lifted up.
I don't need to win. I just need Star
Just
Wars
need
theory
Star
to
Wars
lose.
theory to lose. And he has. And just desserts, as they say. Just turbo dogs.
I hate that ended here. Anyway.
Come on, we'll get on the train with this shipment. Maybe we
Please
can
don't
get
call
some-
them a shipment.
the Fallen. There we go. You're right. Should be
Thank
more
you.
respectful. Maybe we can get some turbo dogs at the diner.
Justin discovered turbo dogs and has not let any of us live in peace since.
And it's
What the fuck's a
canon,
turbo dog?
and you can't hate me.
What is a turbo dog? And
It's a hot dog.
Look it up.
okay.
If you were a real Star Wars fan, you would know the turbo dog lore.
They just tasted weird on Coruscant. They tasted a lot, but they taste a lot better here.
Yeah, I hear they
believe
put all kinds of meat. Whatever they find in the trash bin that could count as meat, I hear they mix it up into turbo dogs. Here, they're imported and made of one kind of meat. Bantha, I think.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you get a little bit of a hair, just because of how the processing works. But I think it adds to the charm.
Yeah,
I thought you were
texture.
gonna say texture. Yeah, Jesus.
I couldn't keep a straight face. I couldn't keep a straight face through that line. I thought of it, and I couldn't.
The turbo dog experience.
You guys get on the hyperrail.
Yes.
Nothing bad happens.
We do not ride rail. We ride the train.
No, that's other people's job.
He rails other people.
Who's rail?
Yeah.
Good point.
And you get back to Anith. And when you do, there's nothing's changed physically, but there's like an air. Yeah, emotionally. You're about to joke, but emotionally.
No, I wasn't about to joke. I was going to say, but emotionally.
Yeah. Especially to those, in tune with the Force and those particularly empathetic, but even Nyx can notice that there's like, it's quieter. It like makes you think of sound. It's more still.
Right.
Like when you're waiting for somebody, when you know company's coming, but you don't know exactly when. You just know like, oh, in the next hour, and you're like sitting around waiting. It's like that kind of emotional vibe.
That's
Right.
the worst. I mean, Ash would probably want to check in on her parents on their way back to if we're. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know if we're just gonna make an announcement in town square. If we're just gonna go back to Earl's place.
There's
nothing formal.
You got time to do whatever you want for now. There's gotta wait for, well, not that, definitely scratch that, but gonna wait a little bit so that word can get around about a meeting time.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit of time to do whatever you want to do.
All right. Nyx is. You don't have to come to me first, but Nyx is going to look into getting our hands on a ship and getting off this planet.
Huh.
Ooh, Cal will join for that.
I mean, someone needs a guide around this place, so you two aren't bumblefucking your way around. So Ash will tag along for that.
Yeah, Ray, make it a party. What?
I'm a local here. You're just gonna get turned around.
Yeah, I know. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, Ray, come on.
Ray comes too.
Ray comes.
Ray comes too.
She doesn't. She
There you
doesn't
go.
wanna, but she gets dragged along anyway.
I would like to check in with my parents again at some
Yeah.
point.
Of course.
You can drop by. They're like close, so
Yeah.
if everyone's cool with that, you could drop by first.
Yeah,
and
actually, I'm
there's-
fine with that.
Like immediately, both of them like kind of hug you, and it's a little frantic because they're like, because especially your mother, she's like, we were worried, sick, heard there was all this danger and all the missing people were found, but not alive.
It's all been taken care of.
There's like a little bit of worry in both of their eyes as after you say that, as they like process that, but then your father nods solemnly, and your mother does a quick like double nod. They trust your word.
Yeah.
You've been nothing but capable, so
I've been nothing but capable, and I'm not. And Ash was never one to really lie to her parents or be sneaky.
Alright.
I mean, a little. I mean, a little bit sneaky, but not like to that
A
extent.
little
I
rebellion's
guess.
healthy.
Like
All right, then.
But I do give him big hugs back.
Yeah. I'm just... Well, it's a lot of new holes in the mountain, but you won't be one of them, and that's... It's a little selfish to say, but it makes me relieved.
No, I get it. Part of me was worried that something might have happened to you guys too if we didn't take care of it, so...
Well, now that we know for sure, I better... Ooh, I can make a big hot pot. Usually I make a hot pot if something has condolences, but now I need to make a... Oh boy. Anything to help. And she, like, turns away and goes to the kitchen.
They'll appreciate it.
How very small town mom of her.
And it's the best.
So much food to
It's
make.
the best funeral food. It's the best
Funeral
food you'll have
food
ever eaten.
somehow hits different.
Yeah, I would think.
Southern funeral food is the best food I've had in my life.
Dead people food is amazing.
When it's made with sadness, something about tear salt better than table salt.
I hate it.
I was gonna make a joke, but that would be at Justin's side of the family's expense, and I don't think I'm gonna.
Don't do that. So you guys want to look for a ship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where?
Looks at Ash.
Looks at Ash.
Well, the most you're gonna have down here are speeders. You know, where we came in is where the ships normally are, but like,
Right.
they don't just sell them because this is a
So we steal one.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like, if I'd rather not steal from no one down here owns a ship, so like,
We'll steal from an imp.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You gonna
An
get...
imp loyalist then.
Yeah, she just looks at him and goes, this is a great idea. You gonna put your real call sign on that one too?
Hilarious.
Hmm.
Well, I don't see any other suggestions.
I mean, we can go back up the space elevator and, I don't know, we can look around,
To make things very clear, you guys basically, like, nobody who lives here, like, flew here, right? This is not terribly many generations old, but about 3 generations old, a mining planet. Like, prospectors came here, like, 3 generations ago, and then a company...
Never left.
Under the... never left. And then a company under the Republic, kind of after talks and good stuff was found here, set up this operation for profit and sent
slavery.
people here. Yeah, and people were sent here. People didn't come here. So you're, in real world terms, you're on an island, a
we
mining
are
island.
We are the mining version of Australia.
Yeah, well, you're on an island that a company owns and sent employees here, and nobody came here on their boat. And the only boats that come here are the boats to offload the stuff that the miners mine.
Yeah, like,
Right.
I'm not gonna... So, like, your options are to steal a supply ship, which are huge and very... have a lot of crews on them.
Right.
There's the ISD that's up there. And the spaceport is basically empty, other than the regular ins and outs of people coming in to take the minerals off world.
There's got to be something that comes in and off world at all.
I mean, like, the senator comes in every so often, and he has his fancy smashy ship, but, you know...
Yeah, you have vivid memories of Tom and crew sneaking up to the space elevator to take a look at the shiny, hot rod, basically, of the senator.
All right, so we steal from the senator.
We are not stealing the senator's fucking ship.
I mean, he's an asshole.
He gestures to Ash, there we go, asshole.
It has nothing to
Steal
do
from
with...
an asshole.
It has nothing to do with whether or not he's a good person, and everything to do with the fact that you and I, gestures between the two of... No, and everything to do with the fact that we, gestures between herself and Cal, are some of the most wanted people in the galaxy right now, and the idea of stealing a senator's ship is not particularly appealing on the list of don't stand out.
A senator's ship, I imagine, would also be easy to track.
I don't know.
Largely, that's my concern.
So, like, I wanna...
Everyone make lore checks.
Sure.
Temporary
boost.
Lore checks.
It's lore, right? Not history?
Yeah,
it's lore. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
10, I don't know shit.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, I might know shit.
It's not.
13.
I rolled the same thing on the die that when it landed on the floor as it did in the tray. Let me just pull up my sheet real quick with all my cool abilities.
I rolled a 14.
I rolled... I'm not proficient in lore, however, that is still a 26.
Ooh, okay. Ash, you didn't spend long in the lower levels of Coruscant, but you did learn something specific. A handful of times, because you worked on ships and speeders and you like ships and speeders, you noticed very shiny yacht class ships would come down and come back up every once in a while. Your boss, when you question, well, you'd think about it, wonder why, like, bigwigs that can afford a ship like that would come down. Oh, and your boss would tell you, oh yeah, politicians like to come down here to make shady deals in their off-the-book ships.
Oh.
So you think, especially with a 26, it's actually the safest bet to steal a senator's private ship, because they would have things on board that, well, they would have, it would be their under the table ship. It would be one that has no official capacity to it. So as far as things go, like, sure, a smuggler's ship, something like Hondo's, is a better bet. But aside from that, this is one of the best bets.
I mean, like, to be honest, that's actually our best bet, because, like, they have a lot of their own, like, they have their off-the-book ships, they have their private ships that aren't done for official business and not for any, like, diplomatic reasons, right? Because they'll take their ships and go into the shady regions of Coruscant and do, you know...
dubious mentalities.
Yeah, total sus, dubious shit. So, like, there's not going to be really any ships up there. So, like, I don't see it even worth going up all the way up the space elevator to show you what the grand, like, the empty field of fucks that are up there.
Griffs.
All right, perfect. So we go up there and we take our pick of the litter and we fuck right off.
Well, there's nothing to pick from, is what I'm saying.
This feels like...
There's nothing there. It's empty.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember when Hondo dropped us off. Aside from maybe a supply ship that was picking up everything, nothing there.
All right, so then we'll take one of the shadier ships.
So how do you intend to liberate this man from his way off the planet?
I mean, he'll have to come down the space elevator. And if we get word that he's, because we're just basically stuck here. I've burned through all of my goodwill basically to get off to go to Coruscant to begin with. So, like, it would take a while to burn a favor to get enough rapport to do that again. So, like, we're just gonna have to sit and wait. I mean, we could go ask Azzy to see if he's maybe gotten word of if the center is coming by or whatever, But, like, I don't know. That might be a little sus. I might just have to go up there and use the HoloNet and see if there's been anything announced recently. Because I haven't been keeping an eye on the news or anything. But his ship is our best bet. He doesn't come around often, but...
This feels like such a fucking bad idea.
I mean, we don't really have any other choice. We're between a rock and a hard place.
No, that was a few episodes ago.
It's either steal a ship or wait for one to crash and hope that we can salvage it.
And you won't be able to. If it crashes, it'll crash in the storm, and that's not going to happen.
More debris added to the storm.
Yeah.
Look, I don't like it either, but...
That'll be fun.
After doing all that shit with Hondo, I've basically just resigned myself to a life of crime because fuck the Empire, you know.
That's the spirit.
Hondo's a force ghost?
Hondo.
I am everywhere. Omnipresent.
Then get us off this rock!
No.
We don't have
Omnipresent
in the
doesn't mean
climb.
free.
Ash turns her pockets inside out. Even if we could get Hondo to come back, I don't have the money for it.
We'd have to pay him in favors again.
I mean, we had to pay him in a favor and cash last time, so
Yeah, exactly. I mean, then again,
It's
We were certainly lucky to get out of the Crimson Dawn situation.
that's very true.
I still don't know how we managed that without
The will of the Force.
the will of the Force, I guess.
it's not gonna have good weapons or
Look, you don't know what will be on. Look, these are the shady private ships of senators. You don't know what the fuck's on there. This isn't like he's not gonna come here in like one of those fancy schmancy senator cruisers that you see flying around Coruscant sometimes. Like this is gonna be something that at least has some way to defend itself out in open space.
It'll probably also have stealth methods as well, able to scramble their chain codes.
Nah, there's only one ship in the galaxy that can do that.
Oh, still. Point is,
Says
it's probably
who,
gonna be,
Justin?
It's gonna be,
Literally who?
I think says Hera, as a matter of fact.
She doesn't know everything. She's the best
my point,
pilot
that's
in the
not
galaxy.
that's not just a
That-
thing that happens. It's a really big deal that the ghost can do that.
I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but like Hondo said you could he could figure like all we gotta do is get a different chain code and then it'll be unlinked from because obviously they're gonna register as it's stolen, but we can change it. We're just another ship in the
There we go.
galaxy. And I can figure out how to do that. I can fuck around.
it's either this or we're here for the rest of our lives.
Fine.
It'll work
Oh,
out.
what?
It usually does. For the love of God, we managed to kill a rock, for God's sake.
I mean, you say that to literally anybody else, and they're gonna look at you like we're crazy, and that's
Yeah.
not even that big of an accomplishment.
Yeah, no, but we killed a rock.
No, my
I mean,
best
we
friends are
did.
Ventian. They're pretty cool.
Ah, I remember when my master told me about Geode.
Who?
Geode.
What?
The hero of the High Republic he was, Cal.
I don't know if that's canon.
No, Geode's canon.
Did we-
No, he is canon. Yeah.
No, I know Geode's canon. I don't know if Janaya knowing Geode is canon.
Probably not. But it's funny.
Anyway. Alright.
We should probably just go back to Earl's place since we're not gonna really get anywhere.
Fair enough. Back to Earl's place. I'm sure Earl knows a person or two.
I mean, he knows everyone here,
In one
whether
way
cardinally
another.
or otherwise. He knows everyone.
Yeah, that's about it, huh?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Sex.
Wham.
Sex in my Star Wars?
More likely
Yes,
than you
please.
think.
More likely than you think. Read the books. They get saucy.
Quinlan of Us, Fox Asajj.
Cal
Yeah.
Kestis gets cucked.
Don't remind me.
And unfortunately, I mean that in the truest of ways does Cal Kestis get cucked.
I have one enemy, and her name is Sam Maggs. My arch enemy.
Anyway.
We head back to Earl's place.
Back to Earl's place.
Just, well,
I just don't know if it'll get. It's not gonna. She just sighs. She goes, "It's not gonna get us home."
What do you mean?
I mean, the blockades around the planet are insane. I tried several times to get back, and it's a mess. I don't know why. No one would tell me, but they've shut down or closed off most of the access points back to Mandalore.
I mean, isn't your dad on the moon?
He is on the moon, but
Wouldn't the moon be easier to get onto?
yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
Star Wars canon time, when a planet is blockaded, it does not mean that they surround the planet with ships. It's not about that. It's about the hyperspace lanes coming in. It's like blocking off the roads out of town. There are only so many hyperspace lanes that come to Mandalore. You put a ship at each of them, you've blockaded the planet.
Yeah, I know that.
Ah, I see. I didn't know that.
I still don't know exactly how that works though. Like I can't quite wrap my head around like, oh, it's blocked. So that means if you just use it, they'll run into like the thing and just like crash and blow up. Is that what you're telling me?
No, it's just like they put think about highways. It's like you could have a highway that's where you're going really fast. At all the exits that could lead to Mandalore, they've put cop cars and checkpoints. It's how it works.
I still don't know how that translates into Star Wars, but okay.
They're gonna pull us over.
Yeah. Well, there's no pulling. Like, you have to come out of hyperspace near the planet because of the planet's gravity well. There we go. It's not gravitation well. It's just gravity well. And every direction that you could come from because of the hyperspace lanes would have Imperial ships close enough to scan your existence and radio call you and ask you what you're doing. That's that's how blockades work. No getting around them unless you're willing to. Well, no, because of how the gravity wells work, you can't like slip past them in hyperspace. You just come out near the gravity well.
I mean, give me a bit and I can probably figure out some sort of solution. But, until then, maybe we eventually get off of Shere-Khan and maybe we'll meet some people who can help. Who knows?
I doubt it.
I mean, Galaxy's a big place.
Yeah, and and I'm sure that there's good Samaritans who were willing to completely evade an Imperial blockade for...
That's a spirit.
I mean, maybe we don't need a good Samaritan. Maybe we need a bad one.
Yeah, and I'm
still
sure
here for Nyx being down for anything. It's so great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill the Emperor. Yep. I'll shoot him in the back of the head. I want him dead. I can do it. I bet. Anything. Friendship.
1v1.
At this point, I'm so jaded right now.
Your Finn be like, we'll just use the Force.
We'll just use the Force.
It's not how the Force works.
How do you know that?
I need to redraw that scene, but it's like Earl and Nyx.
Raestra just sort of sighs, unconvinced.
Ash puts a hand on her shoulder. Look, you're my friend, and I'm gonna, hell or high water, hell or high storm, I will figure it out, and we'll get there. We'll find your dad. It's important to you. I'm not gonna let it not happen.
She, again, sighs, sort of unconvinced.
Be convinced.
No.
Right now.
Waves his hand. Less wrist.
Right.
Suppose
so you guys go back to Earl's place?
I was gonna say, we are in Earl's place. We've been in Earl's place the whole time.
Probably, yeah. That's the safest place to talk. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks at Earl, is like, yeah, I suppose you don't know how to do any of that.
Or know somebody that would do that.
Blast through blockades? Nah.
Tremendously useful.
Do you know where we can find somebody that can blast through blockades?
He looks up and scrunches his eyes and then tilts his head. Most of my old contacts were Jedi, or ones that the Jedi Order had that I do not know what happened to. I'm sure a handful of people could have back in the Order.
But he has been here for 20 years, so,
There's got to be somebody on this planet that knows something. It can't be a bunch of good Samaritans just doing mining work.
Nyx, you're my friend. I care about you a lot. But, the diversity of skill sets here on, here in Anith, on Shere-Khan, is very shallow.
Alright.
I'm the weird one here. Me, and she's just, pointing at herself. I'm an odd one out here. I can fly.
One in a billion.
But Most of these people either just know how to do their basic day jobs if they're not in the mines, or like how to mine, and that's about the extent that you're gonna get.
Enough. Then excuse me for one moment, and he's gonna pull up a data pad and start digging on nearby planets.
That's
the
my
shadier,
data.
the better.
That's my data pad, but sure.
Yep, no. God, yep. Why do you have so many tabs open?
I bet he
In
does.
case I need them.
You really don't.
Raestra's
Don't
just
know
gonna
that.
sit.
Do you need anything, Raestra? Like tea or anything?
No, just she kind of waves a hand, sort of like a little dismissively, but like not angrily. It's just like I gave up on going home a long time ago.
Yeah, keyword you gave up.
I'm new, so I'm gonna not give up enough for the both of us. So don't you worry about it. And then I make her some tea anyway.
She will take it and appreciate it.
So, Mr.
Oh.
Game Master,
Yeah.
what do I find on the pad other than porn?
Well, I'm looking at a map to pick the specific area that this could be from. Wow. You ever wonder about worlds that you think are far are closer to the middle and they're not? Freaking
Yeah.
Oh, Mustafar and Dagobah are so close. What?
Wow, really?
And you know what's very also equally close to Mustafar? Hoth
What?
and Bespin.
Holy shit.
What the fuck do you mean that Mustafar and Hoth are close together?
Well, I say close,
Once-
so like we're looking at the swirl that is like the galaxy, and then we're talking about star systems, which are like, you know, rather far. We're talking about
I was gonna say
the country, and then we're looking at states and then cities within those states. So
Yeah, I was imagining this
Like,
planet
it does
is
sound
like,
like something that's relative.
and I have said it out loud before. That was just like, you know, basically as far out into the
Yeah,
outer rim as you
it's-
can,
which is
before
exactly
you hit wild,
before you hit
outer-
unknown regions, yep, that's
before
exactly
you hit
what I
greater
was.
space.
And you know what? There's a nice little uncharted spot right here. Oh man, so
Let me just pull a planet out of my ass real quick.
well, that's well, here's the thing. Sorry.
I thought for
Here's
a
a
split
little
second
bit
you
of
were gonna be like, guess how close Ord Mantell is.
Oh man, guess how close we're
Please
Speaking of,
tell me we're going to Ord Mantell.
no, you're not going to.
Come
I want to
on!
go to Ord Mantell really bad. It'd be a good place to go.
I mean, Sid's
That would be a great place for us to find
traitorous
somebody
bitch.
shady.
Listen, we're not gonna go work for Sid. We're gonna work for one of the other shady motherfuckers that works on Ord
We're
Mantell.
gonna go work for our Sid.
We're gonna work for
Justin
our
has had
Sid.
planned for over a year.
Don't talk to me about
Is what-
anything.
I was gonna say, I don't want to work for Sid, Trandoshan bitch. Fucking
Fucking-
sold out the Bad Batch. No, I just want to go to Ord Mantell.
Spoilers to those who haven't watched Bad Batch yet.
Watch Bad Batch.
Oh, it's been months, and it'll be more months before they get to this one. Fuck them. If you haven't watched Bad Batch yet, on your ass. Why are you listening to a Star Wars podcast if you're not caught up with Star Wars?
Oh. I'm finding so many cool
I mean, I'm
maps.
technically not caught up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Silver. There's
Wow,
Corellia.
look at all these
No,
planets.
no,
that
I'm
we
caught
can
up
go
with
to.
Bad Batch. I haven't read all the books. I haven't gotten all the comics.
Oh,
honestly.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Unknown regions
Honestly,
are over
I
here.
just started like actively reading the book, Silver, so I'm right there with you. Don't worry.
So this is a fascinating thing that I didn't really have the context of.
Yeah.
So the galactic map is there's a circle, like it's shaped like the Milky Way galaxy. There's this nice swirl. The right side is mostly explored. It's where Mon Calamari is rather far right in this galaxy. We'll say east, right? East,
Right.
northeast, kind of perfectly northeast from Coruscant is Mon Calamari and Lothal. Lothal is 2 systems away.
Ooh, can we go to Lothal?
You're not in that zone. You are west. So this is kind of like, I guess, more George Lucas dude, making heavy-handed. We're like in America circa the Mississippi Purchase, the Louisiana Purchase.
Good job, Justin.
Listen, did I get it right the second time?
Did I correct myself? Thank you very much.
Yeah, the Louisiana Purchase. We like have all these cities to the east. We know what's north. We know what's south. The unknown regions is like not that far to the west. Not that far to the west, and you are at the edge of the unknown regions. You're northwest from Coruscant. Basically, there's space is 3D, but this map is 2D. So, you know. And to the north and to the west is unknown regions. There are all kinds of systems, none of them noteworthy, because like I said, this system doesn't have any planets other than this one. There's some like moon rocks that are kind of just asteroids, just big ones, orbiting this star, but the only one with people on it is Sherrick 1. The system's called Sherrick. This planet's called Sherrick 1. And, like, the moons are called 2, 3, and 4, but, like, nothing's on them. They're dust rocks like our moon. The systems nearby are any of them of note would be... Well, you're relatively close to where you met up with Dryden Voss, because it was on the way.
Let's not go back there.
We're not going back there.
But that means relatively close to the... Don't worry about me. I have it. The Kavaric system, which is where you stopped off for checks all with Hondo. That system only has a central star, but it's 3 stars and nothing else. To your southwest, a little further, is Ilum. You don't want to go to Ilum.
No, we don't.
I was about to say, I don't know what that is, but the fact that Justin said it like that means we probably don't want to go there.
Mm-hmm.
It's where I keep wanting to call it the Proving, but it's not what it's called.
Gathering.
The gathering happens for younglings and gathering their crystals for their Litsibers. So Raestra's been to Ilum.
Oh.
Yeah, Raestra has been to Ilum.
So has Cal.
So has Cal.
Let's go to Ilum.
No.
Oh, come on.
No, that's a bad idea.
That place is probably crawling with Imperials by now.
Yeah,
And one Cal Kestis.
Cal who? It's a weird
That
way to say Calasheen.
Yeah.
He's a weird twink.
Cal, hello. That's a little insulting. I'm
Not
sorry.
you. You're not a twink. Well, she just turns and looks at him. Maybe.
Then again.
He is thin.
She's like, you are weird and you are a twink.
Then again, you are a twink.
I mean, doesn't being a twink imply that like you have to be gay, and we haven't even talked about or even know what Cal's sexuality is?
Around here. If you went further north...
Justin's just ignoring us.
North and east, if you like skirt the unknown regions...
As he should.
If you skirt the unknown regions and go northeast, you'll run into Megiddo, Dantooine, and Dantooine.
Dantooine?
If you go southeast, you'll hit Ord Mantell.
Yes! Good job, idiot!
That is closer to Coruscant.
It is, but it's also probably our best bet.
It's because also, yeah, it's about if you wanted to make it a stop on the way to Mandalore, it is the logical one.
Get fucking got, Justin.
We have to go to not all of the planets we go to can be original ones. We started on Coruscant. We can't just go to made up ones all the time.
Listen, it'll be great. We'll go to Ord Mantell, and that's where we'll find our Sid.
2 Sids. 2 cakes.
We'll find the one who filled the vacuum.
Oh, Megiddo's where the banking clan is. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, let's go to Chocolate Benka.
No, you don't want to talk to the banking clan.
I mean,
Why
I
would
do.
you want to do that?
I'd like to talk to the banking clan, she says, cracking her knuckles.
Cocks the shotgun. I just want to talk to him.
Don't worry. If we can convince them to stop the Empire, then they'll surely succeed. They're too big to fail.
Wow.
I was alive in 2008.
So was I.
My dad worked for City at the time, so how do you think I felt?
I love the pause as we let that, as the group of millennials let that one sink in. I was alive in 2008.
Anyway,
Ord
back to
Mantell's,
it.
Ord Mantell's mid-rim, though.
Yeah, but
Do we want to go mid-ram?
listen.
we're not gonna.
If it's-
We need to find a really good criminal, and there's not a lot of better places.
Not unless we want to go back to Coruscant.
No.
Yeah.
Well, then, Ord Mantell is our best bet.
At least, like, not right now. I don't know why we would want to go back to
It
Coruscant.
is not.
Like, I don't know.
Thank God for canon. They're building. The Empire's building ships on Ord Mantell right now. They have a deep dock orbiting it.
Would we know that?
Be common knowledge.
I mean, like,
So we
the
can't
Empire-
go to Ord Mantell.
I mean, the Empire's gonna have its grubby little fingers everywhere. We can't really escape it unless we just stay here.
Yeah,
right?
there's-
just like do nothing.
Yeah, there's really... If we're trying to escape the Empire entirely, then this is the best place for us to stay. There's really nothing we can do about it.
But we're not trying to escape the Empire.
Trying to avoid it as much as possible.
So we'll just have to be careful, I guess.
Yeah, I think we could do that. I think we're capable of being careful.
Are we?
I mean...
We've got this far.
All right, CT at 35.
Yeah. You'll get to live it down when you've earned it. So, Lord Mantell then.
Ord Mantell.
Isn't that technically dead naming Nyx?
Huh?
Isn't that technically dead naming Nyx?
Oh, to call him by the number? I don't know.
I mean,
I've never-
like,
I mean, it's an I've only viewed my call number as an identifier more than anything. It's not a name. I don't hate my code number. It's kind of like hating your social security number. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
it's like hating your chain code, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't say it to dehumanize. I just,
No,
what happened?
You're good. I understand. I appreciate it, but think of it like this: CT3535 is my full name, and Nyx is my nickname.
I mean, I don't know. If having it just be considered a nickname's a little weird, but I guess I don't know. However you want to identify, I guess.
That's how I've always viewed it.
And I'm not gonna tell you that you're wrong. I'm not a clone.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
I mean, it'd be nice to be able to blend in a little bit better. You know, this is hard to hide and just gestures to her Leku and Montrolls.
Where?
Right
I know where
streak.
the chiss are.
What?
Sorry, I'm looking at the map. Don't worry about it.
I'm so glad that our dungeon master is paying attention.
I totally am.
It's just like I just gotta figure out where Thrawn comes from.
So where is he? Where are
I'm
you
just-
hiding him?
Thrawn.
Where are you?
Where are
I know
you?
where Thrawn is at any given moment.
He's gonna pop out of the ground like the Messiah. People are gonna treat it like the second coming.
For sure, yeah.
I stand by my previous
Introducing
sentiment.
the new game mechanic.
I stand by my previous sentiment. I think it would be really funny if in Ahsoka, Thrawn's not fucking doing anything.
Thrawn's
Oh, yeah,
never
I just-
not doing anything.
I just think it'd be funny. Like, I know intellectually it's not gonna happen. I just think it'd be hilarious.
It would be funny.
Trapped in a game of chess for the past 3 years. Wait,
Uh,
how are
there-
you stuck playing chess? I've placed the first piece, and I'm still waiting on him to take the second stage.
He does chess with Eli, who is back on at the ascendancy.
I was told I should play myself, but I'm simply too smart, and I've stalemate. I'm stuck in a perpetual stalemate.
I'm stuck in a stalemate with myself. You okay? No, I'm in hell.
You could just end it. No, I can't let me win.
I can't.
I'm not gonna let that smug motherfucker win.
It's Jerry's game, but with Ron.
Sorry, I have to do the real voice. No, I can't let me win.
No, I can't let me win.
If I do,
I wouldn't let me live it down. I wouldn't let me live me down.
Yes.
I wouldn't let me live it down.
Harlani will never let me live it down.
Anyway. All right. So, next step: figuring out how to get the ship.
Waiting for him to show up.
I can scout it.
I mean, we'll probably... I mean, there's not a whole lot of scouting you need to do. I mean, like, the senator coming is, like, at least kind of a big deal, so they'll probably, like, just let us know if it's happening.
You won't need to wait long.
Especially after something like this, right?
Earl had taken his data pad. It's like, well, you know, we can keep the finer details to ourselves, but a procession with 21 bodies, well, 20 because they already sent Joseph off. Joshua. They already sent Joshua off. You know, is pretty much the biggest deal to happen to this town ever. So that's gonna reach him, and I imagine
he'll want to check in to make it seem like he's doing the right thing. He'll be here probably for
the hoity-toities of Coruscanti, the Coruscanti Senate, especially the Imperial Senate, are all about keeping up appearances. So I'm sure. In fact, he holds up the datapad. I'm just receiving a request to postpone it about 3 days so that he can have time to get here.
Problem solved, I guess.
Yeah, well, got to go through the steps to get that ship.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's as simple as just, like, wait for him to leave and then we just take it, but, like, we just kind of go up there and take it. We can handle a few guards.
Oh, yeah, easily.
With trash monsters, Dryden fucking Voss, and whatever the fuck that rock was.
Yeah, fuck that rock.
Handling a couple of regular people sounds like easy street for once.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Cal? He turns to Cal.
I don't want to get too bold,
but
you can never really... If there's something that I've learned many times in my times as a Jedi, it's that you can't really underestimate the ordinary. They are the most powerful group.
That's fair. I'm not saying, like, we go in thinking we're the hottest shit known to man. I'm just... Or that it will necessarily be easy street,
but still.
Alright. So, we'll keep an eye on the news. See when the senator shows up. When they show up, we go up there, we take his ship while he's in the middle of the funeral. Sure, he gives out condolences, kisses babies. That's what politicians do, right?
I guess? I don't know.
Anyway. They'll do that, and then while their back is turned, we take the shady-looking ship. Not the big ship, the shady-looking one.
It'll be the only one. Nobody comes here other than cargo ships.
All right, cool. So we'll take the shady ship that he shows up in, and we'll go to Ord Mantell, get it all cleaned up, get some new license plates, and then Bob's your uncle.
Also, canon correction: they don't build a deep dock to build ships in the Jewel system, which is where Ord Mantell is, till after the Death Star blows up. So not yet.
All right.
Soon.
So that'll be. So that means it'll be easy than we thought.
We got 14 years until that happens.
Nice.
It is the capital of the Bright Jewel Oversector. So there's the system, and then the Oversector is the zone controlled by a Grand Moff. So it's like county, city, county, state, country, right? Oversector's the state. So the system's like the county, Ord Mantell's like the city. The Oversector's huge. It goes all the way to Yavin 4, which includes Mandalore, Dathomir, and it's run by a Grand Moff. Not Tarkin. His was somewhere else, if I remember correctly, where Telos is. I think Telos is where Tarkin's from. I'm the Star Wars boy.
I'm the one who wins.
I'm the one who wars.
Oh, look, his Wikipedia has his pronouns. He, him. That's
Oh,
nice.
That's nice.
He's from Eridu, which we don't know much about,
Tarkin is
except
cis.
it's hardcore. Yeah. You don't say.
Oh, I do say.
Is there anything else you all would like to do?
Nyx is going to be the one staring at whatever he needs to stare at to see as soon as the senator arrives.
Well, you got days. There's preparations to be made.
We can probably all just go out to Doug's at one point. Go out Dags and eat food.
I'm still feeling a turbo dog.
Alright, we'll go get a bloody turbo dog.
And they're actually like good here, so like
Turbo dogs sound nice.
You know, there's a secret outer rim trick where you cover it in meat mud.
I
Make
hate
a meat
that.
mud
I
turbo
hate
dog.
that word. I gotta break character for a moment and say I hate that. I hate that we call it meat mud. That is
Meat tar? Is meat tar better?
I'm vetoing
Why
that.
can't we just say barbecue
is corn
sauce?
canon to Star Wars, Justin?
No, I'm talking about chili.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say
Hang
I'm
on.
vetoing that. No, it's
Wookiee,
say
Wikipedia, corn.
say
Corn
chili.
is canon.
Say
Yes.
chili, you stupid motherfucker. I will beat the living shit out of you.
Who is the Star Wars expert?
I will kill you.
Who is the Star Wars expert?
I don't give a
I'm
shit.
facts checking him.
Star
I'm
Wars
fact-checking
is
him.
wrong.
Hold on.
Yeah, out here
Okay.
you put like chili on it,
Uh,
and it's like the best thing ever.
Chili, I think, has to be canon because there are such things as chili dumplings.
So
Wait.
yes.
Wait, you guys might be saved.
I think it's just called chili.
No, it's legends. Never mind.
Mo, but you know what is canon? Disney World, and the cantina serves a chili.
Yeah, the
So-
crazy cantina chili.
Chili, yeah. So with
We're
do
saved.
back chili noodles is what they're called. So you are saved by
We're
canon.
saved.
Canon has fucked me. I'm
Good,
so
dude.
mad about it.
Thank
I'm gonna be
God.
I'm gonna be upset for days until the next
Thank
session.
God. Thank God
2
for
weeks.
Disney.
That doesn't mean it was always called chili.
No,
It
it's,
is now.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we make
The
we
locals.
make them
No, the-
chili dogs. We put chili on
Yeah.
top, and it adds a lot of good protein on it. And it's
If
just
it-
tasty.
If it's bantha chili on the bantha dog, it's double meat.
Listen, I just like the idea of him saying, like, the locals call it meat mud. No, they do not. You are lying to me. You are lying to my face.
He's
There's no-
he's pulling your
there's-
leg. He is full of shit.
Yeah.
There is no normal society that would call chili meat mud.
If you want it that
Ever.
way, you will have to ask.
I'm
you will
not-
have to ask her for meat mud.
No, I refuse. Then
Dag
I'll
will
just
look
have
at you
bantha dog.
confused. He is pulling your leg.
Then I'll just have a regular old bantha sausage. That's it. That's all I have.
It's a turbo dog. Sausage is different.
I'm gonna
Prepared
find
different.
a turbo dog.
I mean, I thought you would know that, Mr. Chef.
I'll have mine with some meat gravel, yeah.
Stop. Don't encourage him. Absolutely not. This isn't going to be the regular thing.
To Dags.
And off we go.
Off we go.
We're up to see
When you get to Dags, what's everyone's passive perception?
14.
My passive
I
perception
think. 15.
is
I think it went up to
a
15.
14.
11.
12.
I think mine's 15.
Both Cal and Ash will notice that, like, through the slit, and it's like not blinds, it's like the fold out, like, things with slits, right? That you can see out, but not really in very well, you know how those work?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're folded out a little, and you see, like, movement at the window when you approach. Like somebody hurried away from the window.
Okay.
And then when you get close, everyone kind of hears that there's rustling and the squeaking of one of the stools and, like, words being exchanged, but, like, you can't make them out. But then when you enter, it all stops, and you see before you, there are a handful of creatures here, people. Some have taken to the booths and are eating. Only a few of them are eating currently. Some of them have, like, apparently with no work allowed, have just decided to chill here. One booth is even gambling right now. They're playing sabacc.
I want us to snag the cool circle booth that's in the back.
It's taken.
Ah, damn it.
But also, what you notice immediately, there's the bar and all the bar stools, and Deg is at the corner of the bar closest to the door, across from a young, also female Doug, who is dolled up in
God
a
damn,
dress.
I forgot about this.
A dress? Question mark. What the Doug equivalent, right?
God damn it.
and Deg
Nyx is
Yeah.
clueless.
Yeah, she is.
He is.
And Deg
I
clearly
need to- hold on.
pretends to just
Excuse me as I check my charisma. Okay, all right, neat. All right.
And Deg clearly pretends to just notice you and says, "Oh, hey, welcome to Deg's. What can I get you?"
Order big enough of chili to share and 5 turbo dogs, please.
She means meat mud.
No.
And
No.
she gives Earl a funny look and says, "Oh, is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?"
I'm gonna kill him.
And the young Doug, like, snickers, like, puts her hand up to her.
So, what table do we sit at?
The only seats available are the ones here at this end of the bar, near this stuff.
Perfect.
the bar stools.
Almost as if.
So it's as if.
No one else knows what's happening.
Yeah, Nyx is clueless. Ben is dreading this.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing y'all ordering turbo dogs. I'm busy gussying up some real food for the processions.
Right, the funeral. Dead people.
As opposed to the fake food you're going to serve us?
Well, turbo dogs are
Yes.
just easy. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, they're simpler.
And so is chili. We already have some warmed up. And she climbs into the back. Like I said, there's no, like, there is a door, but, like, the long order window is, like, just is high enough and small enough that her Doug frame can just climb up it and through.
It cannot be sanitary for a kitchen.
Oh, she keeps things very sanitized and very clean. Don't worry about it.
You say that. You say that. Oh, he's worried about cleanliness. And then, like, unsubtly, like, shares a look with the young female Doug.
Oh my god.
Yes, I don't. I'd be concerned if a kitchen didn't.
Do you cook good, sir?
He loves to cook.
Oh god, please do not.
Oh, he loves to cook.
Do not
Oh,
start
no.
him,
Yeah,
please.
I like to cook. What is this?
He's
What
very
is this
very
about?
picky about it too.
I know good food. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that it?
What is going on?
He's a little bit of a food snob.
Yeah.
I am not.
I'd like to know what his
Very
signature
much.
dish is. Sue Ellen, ask him what his signature dish is. And she, like, ducks back into the kitchen to prepare her. And This is awful. I'm having a great time though.
I'm having a
I don't know about
phenomenal
everyone else.
time.
Raestra does not understand what's happening.
Somehow this Doug has blush on. Somehow. You know how Dougs look. They have heckin' greyhound dog faces.
Do I do it for you?
No! Do it for you, Nix.
Don't make them endearing. Don't do this.
Of course, we have to. I would imagine that Ash, like, forgot that she did this. And then it's just like, she walks in to see Sue Ellen all gussied up and is just like, oh yeah, that I said that. But she does not make it clear that this was something that she set up.
Sue Ellen looks askance, but then toward you all and says, well, what is your... Oh, you should ask him his name first, you hear from the back. Be proper and introduce yourself. I know, Ma.
I'm having a blast.
Welcome to Star Wars. I hope all the people who don't get it are driven away. This is what this segment's for. Oh, you're right.
Fair enough.
What's your name, good sir?
Nix.
Nix.
Uh-huh.
And what's your signature dish?
I don't really have a signature dish. I'll just kind of make do with what I have on hand, really.
His signature is being able to gussy up just about anything, even boring old rations.
I mean, rations aren't boring. They're a method of survival in the battlefield. But okay, yeah, sure, we can simplify it like that.
Oh, so you're a military man? And she like leans her Doug hands and her Doug chin, which looks weird with how Dougs are built.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trained in military combat training for the Clone Wars.
Oh, we didn't hear much about the Clone Wars around here. What was it like?
Well, you hear stories about people dying all the time. It's not a great environment, especially when you train for war, since you're literally born. But yeah.
Oh, that sounds awful. I bet you're happy to be on the other side of that.
I mean, are you really on the other side of it when really, like, it's the only thing you ever knew? I mean, yeah, I'm glad I'm not in it anymore, but at the same time, there's that part of me of just like, all right, great, what do I do now?
Well, you can settle down. The galaxy is your clam.
Not really, I'm a clone. I was kind of outmoded. Well, there's turbo dogs. Charisma is 8.
Prepared. Was not prepared. Was not prepared for trading war stories with a waitress as an appetizer.
Ask him if he wants an appetizer.
His charisma is 8.
Just like a really dark, like sad confession, and then just, so where's our dinner at?
Oh, come on, X, and I nudge him a little bit. You can be a little bit more personable than that, can't you?
No.
Man, I literally just told my war story. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Talk about, like, the latest board game I play?
I mean, maybe, yeah, be friendly.
I'm being friendly. I'm answering the questions.
I mean, you are answering the questions, but, like,
yeah,
a little bit of a Debbie Downer, don't you think?
All the social classes were headed up by Kaminoans.
I don't know what you want from me. I don't really have a great background. I'm literally a product of war.
I mean, you're more.
Sorry, sorry that you had to listen. Sorry, you had to listen in on this conversation. By the way, it's a little bit rude.
Listen, Raestra just kind of looks at her and just shakes her head to be like, "This is the best you're getting."
I take a glance at Earl to see what his reaction to all of this is. I want to know.
He's just watching.
Yeah, just watching me
There's
crash and burn.
There's a little bit of a smile playing on his bearded lips.
That's what I was looking for.
But
He's
I mean,
amused.
yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm blunt. Is that the word? Blunt. Is that what we're going with?
No, you're Frank.
No, his name's Nick.
No, I'm Nix.
You're being.
Oh, Frank isn't
You-
as in
being
straightforward. Okay.
You
all right,
you're
sorry.
straightforward. I think that's admirable.
Raestra's just gonna run a hand over her face and goes, God.
She leans in a little. It's like, unlike my mama who just talks and talks in circles. And then you feel like you don't get anywhere. Better to get right to it.
I mean, it is better to be straightforward with a lot of things. It saves a lot of time.
And don't worry about all that stuff from your past. I think it just makes you a fascinating specimen. And she there's a hand that two fingers stroke your bicep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's when it clicks for Raestra.
Honey,
Hasn't
ask him
clicked
if
for
they
Nix
want to.
yet.
Ask him if he
Nix-
wants an appetizer. And Earl's like, "Oh, I'll take some fried." I was not asking you.
I don't need I don't need an appetizer. I appreciate it though. Thank you.
Just trying to help
Just
out an
the-
old war vet.
You don't need to waste anything on that. It's just the turbo dogs and the chili is fine.
Fucking Raestra's gonna just lean over to Ash and just go, is it shitty if I don't tell her? I feel like we should tell her.
Tell her what?
Yeah, tell her what. I feel like I'm not in on something. I feel like something's going over my head here.
Raestra's gonna sigh and just rubs her temple with her thumb and just goes, "He's gay."
Is he?
No, he's bi.
I'm bi.
You are?
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you on about, Heaton? I said that out of character.
Yeah, no, no, you know what? I'm gonna take this. She's gonna perk her head up and look at him and go, "Wait, what?
I'm bi.
I've never seen you hit on a woman ever."
Have you ever seen him hit on
Never
anyone?
found a woman good.
There's this moment where he thinks for a moment and he goes, "Wait, maybe I am gay."
I mean, if you
There's
think,
nothing
Okay,
wrong.
if you think, listen,
I mean, I'm not saying.
if you,
I'm not saying I'm opposed to a female.
I've,
Not opposed to a male either.
yeah, I thought you were. I've never seen you actively hit on women.
I've never actively hit on men in front of you either.
She's gonna narrow her eyes for a minute and go, "Then I don't know what you call whatever weird shit it is you do around attractive men."
I have conversations.
Mm.
Well, there's
I
nothing
have a
wrong
charisma
with
score of 8. I'm not good at this.
Well, there's nothing wrong with exploring the possibilities. And she leans in, and the hand that touched your bicep is holding your arm. It's like, as long as you don't,
Very-
as long as we don't tell Mama about exploring any outer regions.
Are dogs? Is this a thing for dogs to be kind of handsy? I don't want to offend any cultures.
I'm gonna
Oh, if you don't want me to, I can. She puts her hands up and down.
I'm
No,
going
no.
to.
No. I'm not. I'm just not used to it. I'm not used to.
I don't mean to be
straight
forward,
physical
but
contact with that. No, yeah, you're good.
like I said, I am
Forward for what?
also blunt. So unlike my
Wait a
mama.
minute. Forward for what?
Nick, she can't be this stupid.
She's hitting on
Stupid
you.
about what?
She's hitting on
What?
you.
What?
She's been hitting on you this whole time.
That can't be right. No, you're just being nice, right?
Oh my.
Nix.
What?
Well, you're nice. I'm nice. We can just.
Oh my god, she's
Be-
hitting on me.
Raestra's gonna just shrivel up and die.
Well, you can say that. There's like a finger goes and twirls the, like, it's not hair, but they have those little hangy down things.
Yeah. I'm flattered, but I'm
gay.
Where's that turbo dog?
Where is that turbo dog?
Goodness
I'm
me.
flattered,
Look
but
at
I
the
got like
time.
12 more years left.
Let me just look at this chrono. My goodness. It is. I gotta. Bye. Fucking leaves.
No, I grab him by the scruff and with my 7 strength try to pull him back.
This has gone terrible. I'm so sorry. I don't know who put you up to this.
Raestra's gonna fucking...
Oh, it's all right.
Genuinely, I'm very sorry.
No, there's nothing to be sorry for. You're cute when you're flustered, but
Okay.
if you're not interested, you're not interested. That's what being blunt's for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I appreciate the understanding on my end.
You can see in her
On your
eyes
end.
and her posture that she is a little disappointed, but like
She
she
will-
means what she says.
She'll...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Turbo Dog's up, and then
Thank God.
Deg climbs over,
Oh, thank God.
This is the longest I've ever waited for a meal in my life.
slides the.
Oh, man.
This is the longest I've waited for a turbo dog specifically.
I mean, they gotta make all the stuff for the procession, so like it's gonna be a little slower than usual.
Yeah, absolutely.
She expertly slides the plate down to each of you, and then there's like a bowl of chili,
Oh.
and then she walks over to the very edge of the counter, and you hear Nix. You're right next to, so you hear the whisper conversation. It's like, "How'd it go? Oh, he's not interested. I think we were a little misled. I think he's not into taller dogs."
The most awkward thumbs up he's ever given.
And then Deg goes, "Honey, it's not. You're not too tall, and you should not listen to the people who told you that."
I'm just gonna eat my food. I'm gonna eat my food very awkwardly.
It's fine, Mama. Oh, Nix, if you want the real chili turbo dog experience, see, the cultured folk spread chili on top. But if you really want the experience, you take that turbo dog, and she has hers, and dip it in the bowl.
I'm sure you'll
Thank
find
you.
I'm sure you'll find someone out there just right for you, Sue Ellen.
Yep, absolutely.
You said it, and it made me realize that that's a character from Arthur. I wrote it down. I made it up and was like, "Yeah, Sue Ellen. That's Southern." Forgot that that's a
That's
character from
Southern.
Arthur.
Yep.
Oh, it's all right.
He's gonna start gulping down water.
They are good. Like pure bantha meat turbo dogs are like high quality beef hot dogs. They're tasty, and these are clearly grilled in the nice like sliced almost completely in half, folded out, and placed on the grill. Very, very tasty, warm, and the chili is warm too. So is your reception. Warm smiles from Sue Ellen's direction.
Who the hell put her up to that?
Ash just eats her turbo dog and says nothing.
I would like to be literally anywhere else.
But the turbo dogs are good,
You?
so you're here. Yeah.
Ash
Anyway.
just purposefully looks away and just eats her food.
Anywho.
The food's good.
Yes, the food is very good.
We need to leave this building as quickly as possible.
Wow.
I can't be in this. I cannot be here. I cannot be party to this.
After a little bit of eating, Sue Ellen wipes her mouth and the blush off her face with a big napkin, with a big like lap napkin, and then I'll help you with the procession food prep, Mama. And she climbs into the back of the kitchen.
Hate when this. She just kind of under her breath is like, "Fucking hate it when this happens." At least it wasn't me this time.
Does that happen often?
More than I'd like.
Sounds like 0.5 is more than you'd like.
0.5 is more than I'd like. I've had a couple of weird ones. I'd rather they were like that.
Friendly?
No,
Yeah, a couple. Well, I've had a couple. She kind of just you hear her trail off, and she just puts her head in her hands for a minute and goes, "I don't think I can repeat some of the things I've been asked in mixed company."
ooh. I count myself lucky then, because I don't think anyone's ever flirted with me. My radar is a little too sharp from this one, points at Earl, to know if someone was doing that.
Well, if they're particularly nasty, then you can just hit them.
I think I hit most of them. A few of them have.
figured.
Well, a few of them have been nice. They've just been a little awkward. And then some of them just ask.
Please tell me you made
Okay.
them crumple to the ground.
No. She sighed. No, she drinks her water. It's what they asked for.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's the most
remember
awkward,
that.
because what are you going to do? Give them what they want?
Ugh.
I mean, tossing them over to the side of the railing to have them fall further down into the depths of Coruscant is something. It's not quite giving them what they want.
She's like, if I could, but simply kill them.
No, that's not the answer.
She picks her head up and looks at him. It'd make me feel better.
He shrugs. What about you, Kalsheen?
Oh, it's not something that happened terribly often with me, and I've never been really too interested to advance things. Usually I just politely decline.
Do you have?
Besides,
Hmm?
and he just kind of gestures up and down to what he's wearing.
Yeah.
I mean, Ash looks a little perplexed, but like, I mean, like, understands what he means, but like, that's weird for that to be it's weird for those two things to be correlated for her. It'll be like, I mean, do you still have a preference for people, even if you choose not to? Or are you like me, Raestra, who you just feel like, no?
I don't think it's something I really want to be distracted by. Not to say that it's not worthwhile.
The three asexuals and their clone.
I mean, like, 'cause I've never, granted, small pool here, but like, I've never felt anything for anybody. I don't know if I like people romantically. I still just haven't seen enough people, I guess.
Just makes it easier, Earl says through a mouthful.
Factually correct. I've seen what happens to ones like him.
Hey,
No distractions.
I turned out okay.
He's only missed work one time because he got a little gung-ho. Now, I think that record's pretty clean. For
And
the
that
most
was
part.
not because I went gung-ho, it's because she went gung-ho.
Gross.
Oof.
Jesus.
I mean, you accepted.
Takes two to tango.
And when, Cal is the only one that noticed with the high enough passive insight, and Cal's the one sitting next to Earl on, like, the other side of him. When Earl says that, he shares a look with Deg.
Gross.
My passive's 15. I would have seen that.
No.
What's Cal's passive?
Okay,
What's
see,
Cal's
He
passive?
alright.
has
insight?
advantage, which makes it like an 18.
It's an insight thing.
Yeah.
But I would like to make an argument. That's Ashaa-kai, and she grew up with Earl.
She didn't need to notice the look. She just knew. She knew who he
I
was
just
talking
knew.
about. Yeah. Because that was also the day everyone in town knew, because that was also the day that Deg's Diner did not open on time. That legendary day.
The
one
one singular
time.
day.
Yeah.
Gross.
Well, like Sue Ellen said, there ain't nothing wrong with exploring.
All right. Well, if I had a desire to eat my turbo dog anymore, it's not there anymore.
We can take it to go.
Oh, well, Cal will take
Yeah.
it.
By all means.
You probably would have asked Cal, so that we can retro. You got the spicy chili, and this is good.
We got the good shit here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to live on this planet.
Yeah, and when you ordered it, Deg had to be like, now I'm supposed to warn people that, like, spicy means spicy.
Ash and Kalsheen eat it like it's no problem.
They can vouch
So
for
does
it.
Raestra.
Yeah. All right. Most people from water planets, though, they don't. There was a Mon Calamari that came
Oh.
through.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
We did have to give him medical attention.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm different though.
I'm built different though.
Oh, that's great. I'm simply built different.
He has destroyed
So-
his taste buds and needs the extreme stuff to feel something. I can just process it better, and this one's got an iron stomach, I guess.
She thumbs up.
So you guys eat your turbo dogs and chili.
Yes, it's
Can't
very
believe
good.
Star Wars. Can't believe Canon betrayed me.
Thank God.
Because they're shills and had to make a restaurant for people to eat at. They called it chili. I hate Disney Star Wars now. I
hate
have become
Disney Star Wars.
I have become a hater.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
No,
Well,
Hello,
please.
welcome to Chili's.
Welcome back to the plant people and the fucking rock.
You guys do anything else?
I don't think so. I can't think of nothing.
Not really much to do after until the car gets here. Pardon my phrasing.
Not in the diner.
Mom, can you please come pick me up? I'm scared.
The DM is deciding upon something.
What is the DM deciding upon?
The deciding master.
Yeah, that is what DM stands for.
The decision master.
No, it stands for Dick Masher, but
Oh.
Time for your regular dick flattening.
that is what D&D is. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Hey everyone, it's time for your Monday evening dick flattening.
True.
The town hall is the best word for it. Happens outside one of the storage buildings near the railway. There is not. It goes smoothly as one could. Earl has his story together that the plant creatures were being agitated and controlled like stirring a hornet's nest, and that it would be wise to just never go and poke that hornet's nest ever again, is kind of how he spins it for the town. They seem to be from very, very deep, so deep that they'd move on to other mountains before they started mining as deep as where the plant creatures are from. There was a threat. He claims you guys neutralized it and not only destroyed it but completely caved in where it was, so it can't. There's no hope of it crawling out of that hole, and there's like applause. But like it's like golf clap because, like, you know,
People died.
especially with a body count of like 20, like the most of the crowd was either directly related to or close to one of the people. You know.
If Earl would have asked her to, Ash would have been there up there as well to help corroborate the story.
Probably not.
Okay.
You can be, but you're at the front of the crowd. But that goes off not without a hitch, because the same dark-skinned man who you saw loading darker skinned, you know, than Earl, loading the bodies onto the train does kind of not a what's the word I'm looking for? Not combatively, but he asks, and how can we know that they won't come back up? And Earl says, well, they were down there peacefully for longer than we've been here, as far as I can tell. So as long as the hornet's nest ain't poked, it should be fine. Plus, the ways down there that we explored were near untraversable by the time we were done neutralizing the threat. So, and a lady, clearly in kind of a like nosy way, is like, what exactly was this threat? And Earl says, well, if I'm to be honest, I don't rightly 100% know, but it was some kind of creature, some kind of predator. If it had intelligence, I couldn't tell. We couldn't tell, but it was agitating the locals and making them violent, and it was violent. But we put it down. That's all that matters. And that kind of, there's like hushed whispering through the crowd, and that the kind of the confident, matter-of-fact way Earl speaks seems to placate them.
And did he make clear that's like none of this goes, none of this makes word to like stupid Imperial shit?
Yes, that's what he closes with. It's like he makes clear that like we want to get back to work, especially after these losses, make our money. The Empire sniffing around would only get in the way with that. Which this has been like apparently common decorum before, because everyone kind of just nods in agreement, like yeah, like usual. Don't want the Empire in their business.
Don't want none.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. But that's all that comes of the town hall.
Okay.
And so you guys go back to Earl's place, I imagine, to rest.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hooray.
Huzzah.
You guys win. Yeah, you did it.
Nice.
You win the Star War.
We win the Star
We
War.
win the Star War.
The Star War?
The Star War.
Singular. There was only one.
In only one.
There was never any First Order.
What's a first
What
order?
are you talking about? Yeah.
Is it
Star
like,
War, the One Order.
Sounds like a bunch of loser neo-Nazis to me.
Sounds like fucking losers.
Is
Yeah.
that it for tonight?
No.
Oh.
Just a teensy bit more. Can you hold on?
I'm just a little eepy and I want to take my meds.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry.
You all. There's no. It's fine. I don't want to end on that note. There is a note I want to end on, and it will be this note.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's no. Nobody has anything they want to do before, because
Nope.
What you guys will have to prep for is some downtime. So be thinking about that. What you want to plan for. What you want to prepare. But you all long rest.
Yes.
Huzzah.
And
Who has the dream?
don't. Fine, I'm not going to do it then.
I'm sorry, Justin.
Fine, well, end on that note.
I was kidding. Wow. Okay.
Fucking
I guess it's not me.
nerf herder.
Ruin my fun.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
I was
to.
kidding. Man, imagine if Dave Filoni had every fan in his ear being like, "Oh, so when's Ahsoka gonna die?" Like she has to. That's what this
She
feels
doesn't.
Matter of
like.
time.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey Justin,
sorry.
when is Luke Skywalker's wife gonna show up?
Ugh. Actually, I saw somebody was like, "Who should play?" And it was like a panel, but like of those panels was Karen Gillan, and I'd take that.
Correct.
Karen
choice.
Gillan is Mara Jade, and then you put a canon spin on her. I'd take it.
She do a great job.
No, I don't want Mara Jade in canon Star Wars.
You'd
ever.
have to put a spin on it that would kind of canonize it, like they're like
Any
Filoni's
kind
clearly
of better writing would be any kind of writing would be an improvement.
exactly.
for
There'll
her
be better
character.
writers, and it will be Karen freaking Gillan, who's a fantastic actress. So I'd take it.
Anyway, what happens, Justin?
Yeah, I have to make a decision, and I think this is what I'm going for.
Okay.
Ash.
Ash gets to have the
Oh.
traumatic dream this time. Huzzah! Her first one.
My turn with the bad dream.
You.
For all
Are.
20 minutes that she sleeps at night.
Yeah, exactly. Which is strange. Not used to it. But you are taken by dreams. At first, it's voices. Just kind of discordant murmuring. You recognize the voices as people from the town, people from Anith, but no words can be made out. It's so... Cacophony is not the word because it's not like loud, but it's all like layered on each other. It's like conversations that you can't, but none of it sounds happy. In fact, there's hurt and anger and fear, and then that hurt and that anger and that fear culminates into a repeat, a memory of here, because all the voices and then kind of stop to make room for we don't want any trouble. And that kind of, you feel yourself falling, and you're not really seeing, this isn't like a visual dream, which is weird for now, but you feel yourself falling, and then you feel you kind of hear the sound, the slight rustling sound that the spores dancing inside the Unav make, and then the feeling of overbearing kind of shadow that you felt in those deep darker caves that seem to be infected by the Blood Kyber's dark side, basically. And then it's silence until you hear, and this is when everyone dreams.
Oh.
Ooh.
Kind of the same thing. None of you heard those original things, but you all kind of feel that oppressive darkness in your dream at the same time, and hear the low chuckle of Keltos, and you all see kind of you're all around it, and in the middle of you all, it's like you were, because even though this isn't true, you're not physically sleeping in a sleepover circle on the floor, but this dream seems to place you all there, and in the middle of the circle is Lemmy, who is kind of radiating this red glow. And that's what was stopped.
Lemmy's possessed by the evil rock!
Star Wars The First Resistance is a live play Dungeons & Dragons podcast using the Star Wars 5e system, which can be accessed for free at sw5e.com. Our podcast features the player talents of BubblingBrooke as Ashaa-kai, Practically Silver as Calchin Phimiir, Ben Lepard as Nyx, HitenNoRuroni as Raestra Akkan, and this Justin as the Game Master. Big thank you to Arcane Anthems for creating the theme song, and Wondrous Works for the key art. All relevant links are in the description. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, we'd love if you left a positive review and shared the podcast. It might help others find and enjoy the podcast as well. We can't thank you enough for listening to us goof around and tell stories. We hope you all join us for the next episode. Until then, may the Force be with you.